Well, it's football time again. October 10th, we've got Trinidad and Tobago away to Bermuda and Jamaica away to Curacao. So I'm biased. Let's start off with the Trinidad and Tobago game. Dwight Yorke has named his team. Deron Payne, who plays in the Netherlands First Division, Valendrome, if I'm saying it right. Valendrome, whatever. The defender right back. He finally gets to play for us. He was injured for the first two games. And of course, Real Gill is there. Real Gill has scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. Dante Sealy, 7 goals in his last 9 games. We need Dante to convert those goals for Montreal over the Trinidad and Tobago team. Um, it's going to be a way to Bermuda. Deron Payne is there. Alvin Jones has been left out. Justin Garcia, who had a good Gold Cup, cannot crack the starting lineup. In a way, this is good. Rio Cardines just played some Euro Cup football or something, and Europa, I think. And so, he's a decent player for us. So all of a sudden, I'm asking myself, well, if Deron looks good and he starts, where's Garcia going to be? Is he going to be up in front of him with Dante Sealy up front with Levi Garcia? Or it's very possible they may put. I don't want Cardinez to be on the bench. They might put Cardinez on the far left with Payne on the far right. But I mean, I guess they'll sort that out after training. So right now, it's looking very interesting. Trinidad, of course, are the favorites for this particular match. And I'm hoping Trinidad and Tobago can win this by about 3, 4 goals. It's not impossible. It's very doable, and we gotta do it if we're gonna stay in this competition. I'm searching right now for my notes. Right, got my notes. Let's go. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago's good starting lineup. I believe one of the keys to this match, one of the keys to winning, will be Real Gill. For far too long we haven't had enough men up front who can bamboozle and dribble pass and worry the opposition enough. And those who can are either too small or out not in form. Real Gill falls in the first category of being a bit too small and so on, lacking strength, but he's been abroad for the last year. I want to believe the Americans have him on a good training, nutrition program, good gym program. And really, the Bermudans and the Curacao men are not that big. Um, I would love to see Real there. He dribbles well, he shoots from a variety of angles, good placement. I would like to see him, it depends, maybe on the right with Sealy and Garcia up front, or up front with Levi Garcia and Sealy providing. Sealy has a sweet, sweet left foot, but for some reason he is not producing for Trinidad as he does for Montreal. And I don't know if he's been taking a lot of free kicks in the past. I cannot remember it, but I think after what we've been seeing in the MLS, he definitely should be. Um, Now, regarding the Bermudans, they don't have a proliferation of talent. Most of their, high-end talent. Most of their players are fifth and sixth tier in England. They've got Zico Lewis, who plays in the Iranian First Division. They've got Zan Burgess, a defender for Notts County in the Division Two, and Naki West, a striker for Luton Town in Division One. That's it. With the Bermudans, they'll have their moments. Their midfielders and forwards are a bit tricky. They're speedy, they dribble, they shield well, but they can't sustain it, which is probably why they're fifth and sixth there. Um, they had some moments against Jamaica at home, but they lost 4-0. They're plucky. They went away to Curacao. They were 2-0 down in the first 25, 26 minutes. They bounced back to be 2-all in the first half and narrowly lost 3-2. Were they outplayed? Yes, they were, but they never gave up. First goal was a free kick. Second goal, and this is where they're going to be dangerous, was on the counter. The Dutchmen were forward. There was space, they countered, they used their speed and their skill, and with all that space, they were able to score a goal. I have a feeling Toronto is going to be pounding forward looking for goals, and we got to be careful about giving them too much space on the counter. We've got a solid back four, though, and I believe they'll be able to handle these guys. I'm looking at Toronto winning this game by 3-4 goals. I'm hoping 2 goals up in the first half and driving the final nails in the coffin in the second half. So as I said, Real Gil is going to be, in my opinion, very important. We got the two Jabaris as goalkeepers. Jabari St. Helier, defense force. Jabari Bryce Central, good goalkeepers. Trying to be goes knee deep, chest deep in goalkeepers right now. Um, for me, the lineup, if it was up to me, and again, I don't know what they're looking like in training. I would like to see Deron Payne start on the right. I want to see Cardinez not on the bench. So Cardinez on the left, Trimmingham, Kobe Henry in the middle, and of course Deron Payne on the right. I mean, I'm assuming nobody's injured and they're looking good in training. So left and far right, I would like to see Spicer, Dante Sealy, and then Up front, I would like to see, for me, Real Gill and Levi Garcia because they'll get fed well and they could really bamboozle the opposition. They could shoot from distance. They can shoot from angles. So who's going to be in the middle for them? But of course, we've got Phillips, and who is the other guy? I have a feeling they're going to play Stephanites or Rampasad. If it had been up to me, it would have been Juvin Jones or Muckett. That ain't happening, fair enough. And I don't know who he's going to play. Rampasad is not spectacular. He gets the job done, and people get frustrated with him sometimes. I don't think we have much better in Trinidad. Stephanites didn't have a terrible game. In a perfect world, John Paul Rochford would have been in cheap and there, but he's not. Regarding John Paul Rushford, he's been in Oman for the last 2 weeks. I haven't seen a single report in the local press. If it's there, it's not on the net. I wish him the best. Hope he makes some good money. Some people have been saying Rion Moore should be there. Rion Moore, since he came back from Canada, has not been in the best of playing sheep. And it doesn't surprise me he's not there. And sheep, I would love Rion Moore there. I'd love him to come off the bench, fast, strong, shooting from distance. But until he regains his playing form, just like John Paul Rushford, no, I can't have him there. Aubrey may have something to do as well in this game. I don't know. He's a skillful guy, but I haven't seen much of him lately, and I don't want to talk about him. And again, I believe if we can put Real Gil up front with Levi Garcia, and they got Spicer and Dante Sealy working in tandem with them, we can do something. And now we got the Jamaicans playing against Curacao. Curacao have got a proliferation of players from the Dutch first and second division, one or two from Europe and the MLS. The Jamaicans are bringing in a bunch of players who um, some were not in the first game, some are. Players you're going to be seeing Amari Bell, defender for Charlton Championship, Caroy Anderson, midfielder, Charlton Championship. Again, Charlton, Tyrese Campbell, a forward for Charlton. All Championship division players. Kane Dixon, striker for Crawley Town Division 2. Guys who did not play against Trinidad but will be in the mix versus Curacao. You've got a 17-year-old from New York City FC, Seymour Reed, Joel Lapetudeux, and Ethan Pinnock, as well as Burrell, De Cordova Reed, and sorry, I can't see my notes. De Cordova Reed and Demarai Gray. They're coming back as well as Ian Frakes, a midfielder for Inter Miami. Leon Bailey, a very talented guy for Roma. He's still suffering injury. He should be coming back after the international break. And I think we're very lucky that a lot of those names I just called there were not in the game versus Trinidad and Tobago. It could have been a lot more difficult for us. It's going to be tough for the Dutchman, but I think it's not going to be easy for Jamaica as well. Curacao have good players on paper. I don't think they're amazing, but they got good players on paper. They're playing at home. This should be a difficult game. Jamaica are the favourites. I expect Jamaica to maybe take it away by 1 or 2 goals, but you cannot count out Curacao at home. Everybody's tough at home. And in a perfect world, Curacao and Jamaica would draw both games, and Trinidad and Tobago would go undefeated for the rest of our games. Worst case scenario for Trinidad is we'll win. I'm going to assume everybody's going to defeat Bermuda. We'll win against Bermuda, win our 2 home games. Worst case scenario, also lose against the Dutchmen. But if we win against Bermuda and at least draw against Curacao, wow, this thing is wide open. Mathematically speaking, Trinidad and Tobago, Curacao, and Jamaica still have a magnificent chance of qualifying. A lot of people might be saying, well, let Jamaica just hammer the Dutchmen and let Trinidad sneak into that second spot. Well, we still got a lot of work to do in the playoffs against the likes of the Latin Americans, the Africans, the Middle Eastern teams, and so on. So I just want to see us go undefeated and let Jamaica and Curacao catch tail with each other. Hopefully draw. And in a perfect world, mathematically, we would qualify for the World Cup and not worry about number 2. But if not, let Jamaica hammer Curacao. If we even lose against Curacao, let us be undefeated at home, or let us draw in Curacao and be undefeated at home. And heaven forbid that we should not defeat Bermuda. So mathematically, we got a great chance. So I'm going with Trinidad and Tobago winning against Bermuda by 3-4 goals. All right. And Jamaica taking it away against the Dutchmen, maybe by 1 or 2 goals. Again, that is not a foregone conclusion for Jamaica. Curacao on paper should be able to irritate some people. They gave Canada a tough time in the Gold Cup. So that's it. We're going to know a lot more next week by the time both games are played. Well, I had to make a quick edit in the middle of the video. Late at night, forgot. Hey. Malik Jesse Khan. Come on, man. He's been in the Czech First Division. He's been playing reasonably well. He has been included. And it is very probable that Malik will make his it will make the starting lineup along with Phillips. I've seen Malik in the past for Trinidad, was not super impressed with him, but if you look at the standard of football he is playing in comparison to many of our other players, there's a very good chance he'll start. So it could be Malik, it could be Yeats, it could be Rampasad. Um, Rampasad is, I don't know, not scintillating, but he's stable. So what can I tell you? Anyway, had to make a little quick edit there. I forgot Malik completely. I don't think I've left out anything. I've checked my notes and so on. So let me just summarize by saying I believe the tandem of Levi Garcia and Real Gill, is going to make a big difference. We've got a solid back four. We've got good depth. We've got a decent midfield. Maybe the central midfield could be a little better to augment Phillips, but what can we do? We're playing with what we got. This is Bermuda. We got to hammer them. We got to beat them. Wishing them the best. All right? God bless Dwight Yorke. God bless Real Gill. God bless Levi Garcia. God bless me.